Today a cop was shot. Trick or treat, treat the tricks for the fancy. The jack-o'-lantern wears his head high above his shoulders. Checking up on Dunkin' Donuts. I heard he got robbed the month before he got robbed again. Why didn't the police do the police work then? We were the fingerprinting then, and we asked these questions. How come they hold cops' lives on a pedestal, but when a regular person dies, nobody gives a shit? And we feel less of a citizen, like we didn't pay our taxes last year. Like I didn't file for the last 10 years of my life. Like I'm stressed out. Like I should rob the bank. Like I should rob Dunkin' Donuts. Like I should get a cup of coffee, become a cop, and get shot in the back of my head just for some respect in this society. But a cop was shot today, and nobody gives a fuck about Fahim Childs when he lays dead on the floor of North Philly grounds in a schoolyard. He got shot in the back of his dome. Politicians use it as a chronicle of reproduction for another election term. God damn, who really runs the streets, John? Who? A cop was shot today. And they locked down the school. They cut off the blocks. 66th and Broad. I grew up around these blocks. I remember my best friend's brother robbed the same Dunkin' Donuts 3 or 4 times. It was that sweet because when we grew up, we were broken. We wasn't worried about shooting the cop because there was no guns on the block. But now there's so many guns on the block, and who got the Glocks? And most of our brothers want to live out their life like Tupac, but there is no resurrection at the dead end. So a cop was shot today. And we held no conversations with the paragraphs of dead bodies that fall, but there is no language that can spell out the skeletons anyway. They buried him and told me a cop was shot today. My mother recalls that I couldn't get on the block because I need to show my ID. And if I look just like the suspect, well, you know what they say, 3/5 of a human being, we all look the same. See? I'm just a fraction, a piece of your mathematical equation, waiting to file my taxes and become you. So a cop was shot today. So what if you got shot and you got shot, or your mother got shot, or your father got shot, or if I got shot, were they treated the same? I mean, helicopters from the top of the sky, all of a sudden the government is planning, locking down the zone. Tell me it's King Alfred's plan. Goddamn, man, they want us on supply and demand. That's why the prisons are full of my facial features. My fault, their facial features. My fault, double conscious. My fault, WEB, the boys decoys. My fault, I just went off on a tangent. But my fault, cops are getting shot, and cops are getting shot, and what happens if I got shot? I'll just be another body 6 feet deep. What happened to me? Why don't I exist anymore? It's a class system. It's a war. It's all about who's rich and who's poor.